agents of the resistance. We must rise. We must resist.
Alright guys, so as with all my bike reviews, let's start with seat for comfort. Man, I forgot how comfortable this bike was. The seat is so plush, the suspension's so, I mean, it's solid, it's stiff, but I feel planted. What I love about this, and I forgot, because I didn't really talk about it in my last video, is how narrow the seat is. The tank, although monstrous when you look down, is very narrow between the legs, and I love that. Handlebars are exactly, my arms are bent at like I don't know, 110 degrees. They're not straight out, they're not bent, I'm not hunched over. I'm sitting fairly upright. I just love the seating position on this bike. Oh, it's so comfortable. If I owned one of these, the factory setting for the shift lever is pointed down a little too much. It's more like a sport bike. Mirrors are solid. You know, the vibrations are well controlled. Oh, sweet, going through the tunnels. Nice. Not as mean as the Diavel in terms of exhaust note, but this is the stock exhaust versus the Diavel's Termini exhaust. Alright, so comfort there. Controls, I noted on the shift lever position, but that's an easy thing. This is my favorite riding position of all. My legs are just a little bit back. My feet are a little bit back. They're between my knee and my buttocks. Bars are great. I commented on that as well. The brake lever and the clutch lever give some really solid feel. You've got selectable modes, which I've been instructed not to touch. But you've got selectable mode, sport, street, and rain. Sport's like your track, everything uncorked. The street is what we're in now, has the traction control and the ABS. The fly-by-wire system is out of this world. I love it. Super responsive engine. I twist the throttle and it goes. But the power is quite progressive in this street mode. Which is good because it needs it. 180 brake horsepower from the factory out of a V-twin is a lot of power. Like I said, so continuing with controls, throttle response fantastic, brake feel superior. I feel everything. The suspension is translating all the characteristics of the bike beneath me, where I feel the rear sliding or the front gripping. I got all that. Technology, again, we touched on it with the different riding modes and fly-by-wire. So this bike has the Bosch M9 traction control system, which uses the lean angle, the throttle position, brake pressure to translate what you're doing to the best possible way to transmit power. You take a corner too hard and you crack the throttle wide open, It'll give you a little bit of slippage, but it will keep the bike extremely planted. There's, I think, 5 different modes of traction control, and then there are 9 different modes for ABS, including the Supermoto mode, which unlocks the rear tire. Turns the ABS off on the rear tire. So that's good. You want to back it in, you totally can. The different riding modes are going to give you various levels of performance. Sport, like I said, uncorked, traction control and ABS at a minimum, full power. Street is still going to give you full power, but it's going to give you a little bit more intervention with wheelie control and traction control and ABS control. And I believe it even has rear wheel lift sensing capabilities. As we were instructed. Oh, I love that you have a gear selector. That's really cool. Forgot about that on the controls. Let's back up for a real sec. I love the heads up on this bike. The analog tack with the huge digital speedo. Awesome. Super easy to read. I love it. All the technology you need there. More information on that in the description below. Engine. Does that give it for you? A 1290 V-twin engine, putting out 180 horsepower from the factory. If you spend like the 3,500 and get the Akrapovic exhaust, if you spend the money on the Akrapovic exhaust, you get an extra 12 horsepower out of it, bringing you up to 192, which is V-twin superbike performance. Engine is phenomenal. It's so crisp, it's so much power, but it's progressive with its fly-by-wire. I feel comfortable on this bike, and really crack the throttle open in second gear and your front wheel's off the ground. Didn't do it on purpose, but I made it look like a pro. Thankfully, this bike comes stock with a steering stabilizer, so when you do get the front wheel off the ground, you're okay. I love this engine. It is so fantastic. It's so crisp, so powerful, and just launches. I feel like it's the most powerful engine on a bike I've ever ridden. There are no words. Oh, we're doing all sorts of roads I'm not familiar with. Let's talk performance and handling. The brakes are out of this world. They're monoblock. I don't know if they're Brembo or Bosch, but they'd stop this thing. Now this bike is so lightweight compared to something like the Diavel, and it really is KTM ready to race. It is just, oh, this is an awesome little road back here. I live right around here. I didn't know this road was here. Handling is razor thin. You want to throw it in a corner? Throw it in the corner. Now we're not really doing highway speed, but on the form of comfort and handling, I don't feel like I'm fighting the wind a whole lot. I mean, I can hear it rushing around my helmet, and I can feel it running through my jacket, but I don't feel like I'm fighting it. I'm sure after 3 hours on the highway, I'd probably be tired, but for a jaunt like this, fantastic. Controls are on point. You throw it into a corner, you hit the brakes, It's going to go wherever you tell it to go. And being that it has all those technological aids we talked about in technology, it's going to do it safely, and you're going to be able to push yourself and get yourself into a situation where you might not normally be able to ride, but the bike will do what it's supposed to and keep you there. Now, I'm going to backtrack back to engine for a little bit. Like the Diavolo, the big V-twin, this thing does not like low RPMs. Here I am, 4 grand, and I'm in tractor mode. 4th gear, 5th gear. It doesn't like it. Anything above 3,500 and it's just got no cojones. The bike is so lightweight, and with its ridiculous power curve, it just does whatever you tell it to do. It just will do it. It has no quarrels. Took those corners like a champ. A little blip, a little downshift, into the corner. Little gear, little brake, throw it in, it holds. So, quick recap before we get back to the shop. I love the looks. It's super comfortable. Unlike the Diavolo, I'm not getting pinched in the saddle. But the seat itself is super wide, but where your thighs go is super skinny. So you get this really bizarre feeling of comfort. And I'm getting really good gas mileage, actually, so that's a plus. Engine is phenomenal, the best V-twin I've ever ridden, and I loved the Diavolo. I just think, being that this is a little bit bigger, it's got a little bit more power, and it's so quick to respond, it's just gonna just edge the Diavolo out for V-twin. Comfort, seating position, the mirrors work. The bars are perfectly positioned. The throttle, the brakes are out of this world. You get all the safety features with the Bosch M9 system for ABS and traction control, steering stabilizer for when you crack it open in 2nd gear and the front wheel comes up a little bit. I didn't even clutch up, I just cracked the throttle. And it'll go into any corner that you throw it into without issue. So I love this bike. This will probably be the highest rated bike that I have so far. I'm really excited to try a couple others out today. I'm setting the bar really high just to get this out of the way. But we're going to do a few more, and hopefully I can get to ride a bunch of other KTMs. Like, I think I have a 690 Adventure behind me. That's definitely a bike I want to ride. So yeah, guys, awesome. I love it. If you're a subscriber, let me know what you think about the KTM 1290 Duke, if you ever had a chance to ride one. Chase on 2 wheels, I'm shouting out to you. I want you to do a first ride on this because It's awesome, and I really want to get your opinion, even though you're more of a sport bike guy. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Get notified of all my cool, crazy content, including more of these bike reviews. And that's about it, guys. I post videos every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And I'm signing off. Till next time, guys. Stay hungry, stay foolish. I'll catch you on the flip side.